Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
Today we're going to remove the airbag, driver's side airbag on a 09 Honda CR-V. And to start the procedure, you disconnect the negative battery terminal, and I like to wait more than 30 seconds. The manufacturer says you can wait for 30 seconds. I like to wait for at least 2 or 3 minutes. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the little access door here for the connectors to the airbag. Set that aside, and you'll see the connectors up in there. I'm going to pull them down. Or not. There we go. So here's one of them. It has 2 locks on it. It has the black half ring here, which is a safety ring. So you have to push that up and push down on the clip on the top at the same time. And then our second connector is the horn assembly. I'm gonna get up in there and see if I can get that down. There we go. And I'm gonna disconnect these two by pushing on the 2 equal tabs on both sides and separating it. And now I'm going to use a T30 Torx socket, and I'm going to remove these 2 mounting bolts of the driver's side steering wheel airbag. I'm going to take that out, loosen it up, move to the other side. And once these are out, we're going to tug on the airbag. It should be just come right out. It's going to be the center pad here. Now, we just have to fish our wires through. Careful with this knife. And there is our driver's side airbag. Now to remove the steering wheel, we're going to unbolt this 14mm head bolt in the center shaft. You got to hold the steering wheel at the same time to break this free if you don't have an air tool. Set that aside. Now at this point, I'm going to look to see if the manufacturer made a mark, which they did, a very slight mark right here to line up with that. But you can use and they've got mark here and here to line up with those. I'm still going to use a marker so I can assure that I'm going to put this on the right spline when I reinstall. So by taking a marker, I'm going to mark the shaft and the steering wheel. Make sure those marks line right up. On this particular wheel, you don't need to pull her. You can just walk it back and forth and snap it free. And be careful not to pull it out all the way. I'm going to rest it, and I'm going to unplug my wires from my clock spring. Fish this one through. So now I can move the steering wheel aside. So now we're going to remove our steering column cowl, upper and lower. This is mounted on by 3 mounting screws with a Phillips head. Start this one. And these just click in, so you're gonna have to grab and push. Sometimes I can use a body tool. Side comes out, and the bottom, which you have to, if you have a tilt, take the tilt arm down and pull that out. So to dismount the combination switch, turn signal, wiper motor switch, and the clock spring, we're going to dismount these 3 mounting screws with a Phillips head, and then there's one up on the top here. Right back there. See it? Yep. Okay. So I'm going to remove the 2 front first. I just want to say a quick note on a clock spring, which is this mechanism. Try not to turn it at all. If you have to, get some painter's tape or duct tape and tape it down. So now I can pull it forward enough to disconnect the harness back here. I got one clip on the bottom, one on the top here. Push down on that tab, release it. And then there's going to be 2 for the turn signal. There's 2 for the turn signal. That's a black clip. And a green one. And then I'm going to disconnect the wiper connector. So we have one more airbag clip, which I'm going to dismount it from the bracket first. Squeeze those 2 tabs, push it through. Okay, now I have better access to this. Once again, we have another 2 safety clips here. You gotta pull down on that black ring, push on that black tab. Now we can pull the clock spring, wiper, and turn signal assembly out. Now to remove the wiper control switch, you get 3 Phillips screws, 2 here and 1 in the back. I'm going to just give it a quick push with our thumb. And then you have the wiper control switch. So now to reinstall the wiper motor switch, we're just going to reverse procedure. Slide it right into where it belongs. You get your 2 mounting screws up here and the 1 in the back. The 2 longer screws of the 3 are the pair that go in the front. And then the single mounting screw in the back. So now we're going to reinstall our clock spring, wiper motor switch, and turn signal combination switch. Next up, I'm going to guide this down because that clicks on that housing down below. Line up my center shaft here. And I'm going to reach in and plug in all my connectors. Got the top one. And then I have the turn signal switch. going to tuck that harness in that nice little safety guide they give you. And then I'm going to do the same on the driver's side, right side shall I say. I'm going to connect my wiper motor switch right in here, push it until it clicks, and I'm going to put the harness in that protective guide, and then I'm going to connect the green one down here. And now I can guide this right on. There's 2 guide pins. There's one right here on the right side, and on the left side is that mounting bolt hole. So now I'm going to put in one of my mounting screws. I'm not going to tighten it though. I'm going to make sure the other 2 are lined up properly. And I got one up in the top here. Let's see if we can get in there a little bit better for you. There we go. Got it. Okay, now I can snug up all 3 of those. I'm going to go down below and fish my other airbag connector through. I want to remount that on that bracket. I'm just going to get a pair of needle nose and grab it. There we go. Push it through. Nice. Now I can reconnect my airbag connector down here. Now we're ready to install our lower and upper steering column. So I'm going to install the lower column cover first, and I'm going to guide, see the guide pins right here, they go through this plastic shield. Snap it in place. I'm going to mount the 3 mounting screws. There's 1 bolt screw and 2 plastic screws. So I'm going to mount the threaded bolt one in the middle. It's a Phillips head. Not going to tighten it until I install the top. I'm going to pull that down and lock my. And now I can move to the top one. As you can see, these have no plastic screws or mounting screws, so they're going to snap in the guides. So I'm going to guide that straight down in. See, line up all my locations. And I'm just going to give it a firm push. Now I'm happy with that. I will tighten up my other 2 screws. Now with all my mounting screws tightened, I'm ready to install the steering wheel. So I'm going to make sure my clock spring is sitting at the 2 tabs that guide into the steering wheel at east and west. I'm going to hold onto the connector here, and I'm going to guide it right through. And I'm going to slide the shaft on. As you can see, those 2 yellow tabs are lined up and they're sliding right on. Now let's look for my marker pin. I think I'm 1 tooth off to the left. See how that doesn't look right? So I'm going to give it a 1 tooth over. And now I'm lined up. That's what the importance is of always marking something before you take it apart. Less aggravation. Now I'm going to install the center steering column nut for the steering wheel. I'm just going to hand tighten that. And I'm going to torque it. Now I'm just going to give it a nice that is snugged and down. No play. Now I'm going to connect my control connectors. This controls my cruise control and my radio controls over here. I'm going to connect those in. Make sure I push all the harnesses back in the guided spots the manufacturer provides and out of the way. That goes down below here. So is that. So I'm pretty happy with that. Everything seems out of the way, and I'm going to install the airbag. So to confirm that I'm going to slide these down through the access port on the bottom, make sure they're clear and out of the way, and I want to pinch them. Then I'm going to line up the mounting bolts, sliding pins with this airbag right in the center. Give it a push. There we go. Now I'm going to just confirm, make sure all my wires are, yep, they're out of the way. And I'm going to put the 2 mounting screws on first. That's a Torx T30. First one I'm going to guide through right through here. I put a little slight pressure, as you can see, on the actual airbag. That helps the bracket seat itself. And now that that's threaded in, these get torqued down to 7.2 foot-pounds. Now with my torque wrench set to 7.2 foot-pounds. There's one. There's 2. Now we're ready to go down below and make our connections. All right, so now we're going to connect our airbag connector. And this other connector, I think it's the ground. Okay, now we're going to put them up inside where they connect, up out of the way. Now they're snapped into place. They're safe. We can put that door on. So you see 2 tabs. 2 tabs in, 2 tabs there. But this side is curved, so this side's going to go up. Inside. And push. And now we're done.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.